What's going on YouTube and my fellow reefers? Well, we're back from Reefmat Orlando in 2025. It was 3 weeks ago and we're back in the swing of things. I've been pretty busy. Now, is these filter floss rolls burning a hole in your pocket? Because they sure are for me. And I hope if you're looking and browsing to see if you can save money with these filter rolls replacements, then this is the video for you. But before we get into the video, I'm gonna show you guys and give you guys an update on the tanks, how the coral that I got from the Reefmat are doing. So I'm gonna show you guys real quick before we get into it. Alrighty, so here we are. I really didn't get anything for my tank on this show, just because my tank is pretty tapped out. I really cannot fit any more coral on it. But I did get some coral frags. So I got those 2 coral. I got some favias in order to encrust that rock. I'm doing the same thing pretty much over here. Although the other thing, this one is starting to encrust pretty well. That way there's no like empty spots there and empty spots there. That way it'll look like a lot more filled in. But yeah, I mean, I did some changes to the tank. I removed a huge acro that was there. So I basically moved my Walt Disney acro. I don't know if you can see right next to the Walt Disney. It's a little plate. I moved it and placed a little rock there. Now it has plenty of room to grow. I had to trim this woolly mammoth millipora because it was starting to shade over the rest of the acros. So yeah, nice, very nice. Can't wait for this Walt Disney to finally take off. It is growing. It grew like a little tail. So far so good. The tank is doing phenomenal. This acan is so awesome. I love this acan. It's one of my favorite corals, like yellow, green, all the colors of the rainbow. So yeah, really cool stuff. Now let's talk about the nano real quick. I added an acan because I like acans. I'm a sucker for acans, so I'm gonna do like a little acan guard in there. But the rock flower anemones are doing really good. I picked them up from Reefmat Orlando, and even the clam's doing good. I got a nice little hammock. But the nano tank is doing very well. And of course the clownfish are hosting the anemones now. Oh yeah, and before I forget, I did add a possum wrasse. These guys are so cool. So he's here for flatworm control and pest control. This guy is the lieutenant of pest control. That's the nano. Woo! So as you can see, the tanks are doing really well. So this is the Reefmat, and we're gonna talk about the 500 specifically in this video, of course. This is the one from Red Sea. This retails for $19.99, so basically $20. This only lasts you for 2 weeks. Now, Red Sea says these filter floss should last you from 5 all the way up to 8 weeks. Every 2 weeks, well, after taxes, and if you guys are paying shipping, it could be more than $20. $20 for basically 2 weeks is too much for me. I always buy a few of these once in a while because I do like supporting Red Sea. This one right here is from AliExpress. This was my go-to before the tariffs and everything that's been going on happened. This was my go-to. So this retails for about $8 to $9 a roll, so half the cost. So this was nice, but now I don't know if you guys have seen or know about AliExpress. There's fees and everything is just crazy. Like these rolls, I found out that I went back to go buy some of these, and they were either over $20 or they will still keep their original size, but they added additional fees at the end on your checkout on your cart, and the additional fees were like $100. I was like, what the heck? This was not an option anymore. So what did I do? I made my own DIY filter roll. This is, so basically I went to eBay and I bought a long coolant filter. And this is filter made to filter machinery and stuff like that. So the AliExpress one and the Red Sea one are both made in China. AliExpress is a kind of like a Chinese website where it's basically like an Amazon, and it's all pretty much from China. Now, I'll say this, I'll give props to Red Sea. Red Sea did not raise their prices on these guys yet, but Red Sea also, you can see right there, it says made in China as well. So Red Sea is probably eating up the extra cost that is coming with bringing these guys in, and they didn't raise the prices on the consumer. So thank you so much, Red Sea. Not so much for this. This is, I mean, if I'm already gonna pay basically $20 for this, I'd rather just get the Red Sea one and be done with it. With a saw, it's a big long filter. It's about 4 of these. So this is how the roll came. It's basically a big long roll, and I cut it into 4. And the cool thing is that the length of this roll is perfect because I can get 4 of these guys. And I weighed them because there are some differences on these between all of them. So the Red Sea one and the AliExpress one, you know, no difference there in the inner diameter. That's what it's called. So everything works. You can just buy these and hook them up to your filter. Now these guys, I don't know if you can tell the difference. The inner diameter here is bigger. It's about 2 inches, and that's pretty standard for the coolant filters. So what I did is I went to eBay and I bought little adapters for the Reefmat 500. And these were like 10 bucks. Now these are really, really snug. So if you're having any issues fitting the adapters in, you can just peel off the layer of cardboard in there. It's just like a cardboard layer. You can just peel it off and it should fit right in, just like that. And the other side, boom. Now, I'm sure you guys are already very familiar with the Red Sea one, filter rolls. The AliExpress one is very, very similar. It's still a little different and it's a little lighter as well, but it works exactly the same because they both last me 2 weeks. Now, the coolant filter, the DIY, is a little more transparent. Oh, the other thing is, this actually is even longer than these guys. These guys are both 92 feet long. This is 150 feet long. You get almost twice as much filter, and it's lighter. I actually did weigh all 3 of them, and this one's the lighter of the 3. And it feels a little lighter. So even if, let's say, the filter floss gets consumed quicker, maybe you'll go through it quicker, it makes up for the extra 50 feet that you get, basically, pretty much. Specifics for this is a coolant filter. It is 50 microns. Red Sea advertises them to be 200 microns. Microns is basically like a grade to measure the pore of the paper. And the lower the micron, the finer it is. So yeah, 50 microns. A lot of people are using this 50 micron one. So, oh yeah, by the way, I didn't mention this. Yeah, these are $6 a piece. When you take the roll and you cut it in 4 and you break it down the whole cost, these guys are about $6 a piece. I have to mention that. So let's go ahead and put this one in. Alrighty, so empty roll, and let's try to put the DIY eBay coolant filter roll. Okay. And there it is. No wiggle, nothing. Perfect. This works. It works. I like it. So there it is. You can see the adapter right there in between. Floss. Only $6. Yeah, it's installed, up and running. See if I can feed it. Yep. It works, and as you can see, it fits just fine. I had to find a more cost-effective way on doing this. I just had to. When you're replacing it every 2 weeks, man, it adds up. I think I did the math, and it's about $400 worth of filter floss a year. With the DIY version, kind of what I'm doing, with the coolant filter, not even half of that. Hopefully this information really helped you guys. I will post the dimensions of the DIY roll on the description. I'd be very curious to see if now with this video it'll start running out of stock. But yeah, glad to help if you guys are looking for a better cost-effective way. If the Red Sea filter would last me like they recommend, or suggests like anywhere from 5 to 8 weeks on a pretty heavily stocked tank, I wouldn't mind spending the $20. I think there's value there. When you know, let's say 6 weeks, you know, so that's not too bad. But when it's every 2 weeks, I'm sorry, I can't. I just can't. If you guys have any questions regarding the filter rolls, you know, besides, I mean, I'm pretty sure it covered everything. Like I said, I will leave the dimensions in the description, but just let me know. Comment down below if you guys are doing something else and want to share it with us, with the YouTube reefers. Let us know as well. I think the biggest thing is, like, I have to cut these. That's the only thing. Besides that, it's really not that big of a deal. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you guys.